Hello and welcome to Mediacafe Travel. Be sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below or on the bottom right hand corner of this video. Today, we're going to talk about Circus Circus and their recently opened buffet. Before we get into the buffet, let's talk about Circus Circus in general for a few minutes. First of all, it's certainly a reminder of older Vegas style, even in the shadow of brand new Vegas style. As you see, Resort World is coming soon and it will be the next door neighbor of Circus Circus. The lights are very distinct and a throwback, and it's interesting to know that Circus Circus is going to be right next door to one of the newest resort casinos on the Strip when Resort World opens very soon. Still, Circus Circus is a very popular destination, and that's likely because the resort caters to reasonable rates for families as well as attractions for the whole family, including the kids. For the most part, the dining options at Circus Circus are decidedly non-gourmet, but that's not a bad thing necessarily, with options like Auntie Anne's pretzels and also Krispy Kreme donuts. And there is one exception to the rule, and that is the steakhouse. And the steakhouse is considered one of the best steakhouses in Las Vegas, winning multiple awards. Circus Circus used to be part of the MGM Resorts division, but in 2019 it was sold off to its current owner, Phil Ruffin. And so there are still changes to be made, but let's talk a little bit more about the attractions for the kids. Not surprisingly, one of the big attractions is circus acts and a huge carnival atmosphere, as you can see here. They also have an adventure dome, which features rides as well, so it's like having an amusement park in a casino. But as you can see, this was a very crowded casino with lots of families in play, and also everyone enjoying sort of the carnival atmosphere of Circus Circus. So you really can tell that this really knows what it wants to do. It's certainly attractive mainly to families. And again, the circus atmosphere has been around for 50 years. It's also noted as one of the most popular destinations in Vegas. And of course, it's been around for a long time. So the fact that it's still operating as a attraction for kids and families is really kind of cool. And so that's what it's doing. And we will take a look at the buffet very soon. But I just wanted to show you a little bit more around the arcade area. There's carnival games and prizes to be had, and lots of other attractions that the kids will really get into if they're into circus themes. And so even like some of the stores, like the manga store, are not what you would expect in a Vegas casino. But let's start to talk about the buffet, which is right in the heart of the casino. We went to the buffet at dinner on opening day, so this is when it first reopened. And so there is a difference between brunch and dinner, and so we'll kind of go through that once we get into the interior of the buffet and the lines and what works and what doesn't work. A little bit about the pricing. This was Memorial Day weekend, so it was holiday pricing, which is different from their normal pricing. But normal pricing for adults, their brunch is $19.99. And their dinner is $21.99. Children's brunch is $14.99 and $16.99 respectively. Now on the weekends, it's raised a little bit, $22.99 for brunch for adults, $24.99 for dinner, and children, $15.99 for brunch and $17.99 for dinner on the weekends. So that's the pricing. Children under 3 are free. And so that's why you'll see families going to the buffet quite a bit. And obviously, there were a lot of families at the buffet when we went for dinner. So we're going to go through it and show you sort of the highlights. The dining room is kind of, they've got a lot of sections to the dining room, and they're sort of cordoned off. It's not open like you saw at the MGM buffet, but they've got a lot of booths, which can be an attraction for some. We got to get a booth, which we do like to have a booth when we're at a buffet. So that was nice. And again, this buffet catered to lots and lots of families. Obviously, the staff is fully masked and still Here is the circus theme artwork. You can see the clowns, bring in the clowns. And here's the biggest open section of the dining area before we get to the various locations. Like, for instance, they do have self-service drinks, which is, not surprising, being this used to be MGM. And obviously MGM does do self-service drinks, but all the drinks you would expect: juices, some teas. That's from the cereal, from the brunch area. You can get cereal and milk. They also have coffees, of course, and sodas. And their sodas selection is Pepsi. So that's what you'll find in the drink area. And so again, self-service, if that is, you know, your curiosity. So they've got all the Pepsi products that you can think of. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And here we'll start with their soup and salad section. This section is half of the section. The other half is desserts, and we'll see that later. We'll save those for last. But here is kind of some soup selections. They do have two feature soups that they have, and also salads. And sort of, a lot of it is materials to build your own salad, and they have dressings and things of that nature on the end to to decorate your salad. But take a look. So as you see from the first half of the main buffet line, basic foods, they don't have individual labels. They do have section labels, so that's what I tried to show you a little bit. Here's some beef stew and rice, which was really kind of good. Got that, when you serve the beef stew over rice, it's kind of brings a nice little texture to it. They do have corn dogs, which was awesome, actually. So we're going to continue here with the rest of the main buffet line. So take a look at the section titles before we get to the actual line items. As you can see, there's probably no one section dedicated to any one type of cuisine. The Italian section may be the most dedicated, but you can see the variation between some of the other sections, like the Asian and the Mexican section. Here is some of the Italian section, and also you can see the fried shrimp is really tempura style, which is kind of cool. Here is the difference. We talked about the omelet station is not open at dinner. So if omelets are your thing and eggs cooked to order are your thing, you may want to go at brunch. But here is the dessert area, which they also contain fruit. Most of desserts are pies, honestly. Almost everything on the dessert section is a pie, which there's nothing wrong with that. Just you won't find a huge variety. Here's some cake, some chocolate cake, and here's some cheesecake that you can see. But lots of pies, between cherry pies and lemon meringue pies, and also Boston cream pie, which, say what you will, that's a good thing to have a Boston cream pie. They ought to put the Boston cream pie on some of the fancier buffets. I'll be honest with you. But here you can see the cheesecake, which was fine, was pretty good, and the Boston cream pie, which was pretty good as well. So all in all, this was not gourmet by any stretch. This is not in the same range of food as the Wicked buffet or the Caesar buffet, but at the same time, it's solid, and there's a lot of choices for a family. So I would say you have to look at it in that lens. As for buffets, we know many are going to be opening soon, some more. So Bellagio Buffet, in fact, is on the horizon, so can't wait for that one. And also Wynn and several others that we expect to be open fairly soon. But again, Circus Circus was fun. The lights are awesome, and it's really kind of cool to go to a throwback casino sometimes. And also to know that a brand new casino is coming very soon in Resort World. So we can't wait to see that. And we'll cover as much as we can, as often as we can. We thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Never miss an episode of Media Cafe Travel.